Hello and welcome. We're so glad that you're here. My goodness. Every time we come on this show, we're all just so happy. We're just so grateful that we get to do this. This is the daily reset for success. And to be able to share our guests with you, our lives, the way that we have come across some of the information that we get to share, it's a treat, it's a gift, and we love it. My name is Marian LaSalle, and my co-hosts today are Lady Lou, the baby boomer babe.
Hello.
Ricki McKenna. Hi, ladies.
Equally. Hello, everybody.
Wonderful.
And thank you.
We're here live. Gee whiz, a lot, okay? We're here live a lot because we have so many wonderful things we want to share. And so you just never know about us. That's one of the things, natural curiosity, We're just so curious about so many wonderful things and we want to share. And that we talk about that a lot. Some people don't know how to share, and other people you just can't stop them from sharing, right? Right. That's us. We like to share.
Yeah.
So anyway, I want you to know that we are live on YouTube and Facebook, and we also push everything out to the podcast platform. So if you need to take us with you in your car, let's say you're driving to Dallas or you're on your way to your mother-in-law's house, you can just pop in, and check out.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you froze, Marian.
Technical.
I really am sorry. Oh, well.
It's technology.
Anyhow, yes, technology allows us to do wonderful things, and it also goes like, sometimes. Looks at you.
We live with it.
Yeah.
Today we brought back Ricki McKenna because she's got so many wonderful things that she wants to share about health and wellness. And Lady Lou, especially, she's just like, we got to have you back. We got to have you back. And so Ricki said yes, right?
Yes.
Lady Lou,
Thank you.
What is it that you love about Ricki so much that you wanted to have her back again and again?
Well, she has such knowledge about the body and how to keep it healthy. And we all need to know that. I want to know that. And I know you do. And Ricki's so willing to share. And on our previous show, she just hardly got warmed up before the time was gone. So we didn't get to the remedies that she's got. So that's what I wanted to know. Okay, how do we get clean inside? So that's why I wanted her to come back. So Ricki, you're welcome. Why don't you give us a little tiny background on yourself and then launch into what you have to tell us today.
Okay. Thank you very much. And thank you for having me back again. This show is absolutely phenomenal. And I have told so many people about it. And Marian and Lou, you've just made it available in such an easy to work with format. And I thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Which is pumping well because I take care of it. I am Ricki McKenna, have been for a long time. And I've also been a functional certified nutritionist for a long time. It's about 25 years at this point, in which time I have found that health coaching and nutrition go side by side, hand in hand, however you want to put it. So that's what I've combined. And I truly love doing the lessons and the shows and the demos and giving from my knowledge. I'm a knowledge junkie. I keep reading, I keep going to seminars and when you can, in person and now online. And I have this desire to help others enjoy living, but not only living, but living well and enjoy the art of eating, because it's an important part of living. You got to eat to live. And so there's another part to that people sometimes don't really pay attention to, and that's living healthfully and free of disease. And it's not just free of disease, but it's having lots of energy, having a mind that's clear, being able to do what you want when you want, and having the physical as well as the mental and emotional and spiritual will to go on every day with, just happiness. And that's why I do what I do, because I like the idea of preparing simple, delicious food that, helps you keep going, and it tastes good. So the cleanse idea is what we started with last week, and I loved the little toilet paper roll. I really want a roll of that toilet paper, Marian. And that's fun. But the idea, cleansing is not a new idea. There are, oh gosh, it's ancient. People used to call it fasting. They would fast for, days or sometimes weeks on end, or they'd alternate. Now we can do alternate day fasting. But what the fasting does is allow your body to help itself clear the toxins that are in it. And it makes it easier for your digestive system to actually process foods. So you have to understand that your body, the environment in which we live, the products that we use, and it's not just the food, it's cleansing products, it's cosmetic products. There's a scary stat that I read a couple of weeks ago about how many chemicals women put on their faces and their body before they go out the door in the mornings. And it's unbelievable. But this is what I'm talking about, because your skin is the largest organ of your body, and it absorbs. So your cleaning products, your cosmetics, everything in the environment, your body has to process all of this. And so, because otherwise it can build up, and that's what causes, in many cases, inflammation and disease. Now, there's juice cleanses. There's something called the Harmony Cleanse, the Skinny Cleanse, the Ultimate Cleanse, the Perfect Cleanse, detox teas, smoothies, gummies, cleanses, and it goes on and on. What they have in common is the idea of getting the stuff out of your body. And I use stuff, there's a couple of 4-letter words that we also use that I'm not going to say. I won't, Marian, I saw that. I prefer to say crap.
We can live with that.
We can live with that.
Let's talk just a little bit about that, because when you think of a cleanse and when people tell you you need to have, a cleanse done, we just can imagine what that crap is. What is that? I mean, other than poop, and the stuff. Is it, what are the things that, other than food debris, that our bodies don't need? What is that crap?
Well, first of all, if your body is clogged up, which it can be, take the example of a kitchen sink. If you keep throwing food down there, it's just a pipe. It's a tube. And along the sides of the tube, sometimes things get caught. And so not only does your food get caught, but residues from vitamins, from minerals, from, whatever you ingest gets caught. And it clogs the system so that it cannot process the air that comes into you. Your nose has fuzzies in it. Those little hairs in your nose, they act like filters because you can breathe in toxins. If you're walking on someplace like Westheimer or, San Felipe, or along any road where there are cars and trucks, you're inhaling some of that junk. You call
Exhaust.
it, whatever you want. Exhaust fumes. Anytime you put a cosmetic on your face or on your body, there in many cases are harmful things in there. And the food industry and the cosmetic industry doesn't want you to know about those, but they have to list, I believe it's about 99% of the things that go, the ingredients that go into the cosmetics, and even something like a moisturizer for your body. There's a site that I want everybody to write down. It's really simple, ewg.org. And I just happen to have somewhere here. I'm going to put this up so people can see it. They put out what they call the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15, and they list particularly foods. However, they also, on their website, ewg.org, list safe sunscreens, especially for children, and they will list a whole bunch of different things as far as cleaning products. Those are the things that we take into our body unknowingly, and those are the things that can cause the problems. So does that answer your question, Marian? It's where we live in a toxic soup.
Well, I
So,
was listening to a podcast yesterday, and they were talking about how much plastic dust there is. And I thought, plastic dust? I mean, why would there be dust, plastic dust? But apparently it blows in from all over the world. It blows around.
there is, I'm not sure where it is, but I think it's in the Pacific. There's almost a whirlpool of plastic that has somehow concentrated there. And if anybody knows where that is and what it's actually called, I don't remember at the moment. But it is a collection of things that people have dumped into the oceans, whether it's containers, plastic bottles are a disaster. And of course, everything comes in plastic now. The debris from this, sometimes the fish will eat that, and you can get pieces of plastic in a fish, believe it or not. And that's why you have to really be careful of your source of foods. But the plastic glut on this earth is deplorable. And I'll just leave it at that because I don't have my soapbox to stand on right now. Well, at any rate, the thing that all those cleanses have in common is the idea of freeing your body of the toxic waste. And it won't ordinarily make its way through your whole system unless it's given a gentle push. And that's where something called fiber comes in. I'm sure everybody's heard of fiber. And there's insoluble and soluble fiber. My grandmother used to call it roughage. Anybody relate to that one?
Yeah.
Lou? Yeah, I thought you might. And roughage to her was we ate the vegetables, or we had really wonderful bakery fresh breads that were whole grains. And in those days, nobody really was intolerant to the grains because they were actually what they said they were. I'm talking 60, 70 years ago. I'm older than most people. Hello, Sandy.
Hi, Sandy.
So what I'm looking for is for people to understand that we need that extra little push from the fiber and herbs and drinking more water. Water is extremely important because our bodies are 70% water. And you were talking about the crystals the other day, Marian? Or was that Eileen?
What? Yeah, it wasn't me.
Okay. She was talking about how water responds to positive voices, positive energy, positive words, positive thoughts, and how it also applies to negativity. And that the crystals that form in the water when you freeze them are totally different. The ones that come from the water that's appreciated, that's loved, that's told it's great, how wonderful the water is, they're beautifully formed. And the ones in the other thing can be an absolute mess. They don't form anywhere nearly as well. I have seen that. I've seen them at the book. I can't remember what it's called right now. But at any rate, as a kid, I ate really well. My grandmother, my mother, we had, great breads, vegetables, fruits, meats. I can remember my mother and my grandmother made the best brisket you'd ever put in your mouth. And everything really was good. And nobody could ever make the same stuffed cabbage that she did. And she stuffed it with meat. But it was seasonal vegetables because you couldn't get everything all the time then, which is another way to eat. They were either whole and fresh, they were raw, or they were cooked.
Two things, Ricki.
Yep.
Two things. There's a bunch of comments in the waiting room here in the audience. Also, I was able to upload your slides. So if you just tell me slide 1, 2, or 3, whatever, let me know.
Okay.
Now this Facebook user is my friend Cynthia. And Cynthia, if you just click on the button that says give Facebook permission to show your name, it'll show up here. Okay, I appreciate that. And I know we're going to go overtime, Ricki and Lady Lou. I know we're going to go overtime. And so I'll just exit for a few minutes and come back, okay?
Okay.
So don't rush. This is very important to so many of us.
Yes.
So don't rush. Everything's fine. We're just going to go a little over, okay?
Yeah.
All right. So we've got a couple more comments, and then you get back to your. Okay.
Great.
So Cynthia says plastic releases toxic chemicals such as lead and cadmium.
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 Uh-huh. Yes,
And
this is true.
Karen says, I agree with Ricki on the roughage. The body can tolerate a certain amount of roughage, but not too much.
Absolutely. That's where you need water.
Yes.
Let's dilute that a little bit. Okay. And the roughage is good. Your body will get accustomed to it. Well, traditionally in America, the statistics run that we're supposed to, as an adult woman, we're supposed to get anywhere between 20 and 35 grams of fiber every day. That means soluble and insoluble. Now, soluble dissolves in water and it forms a gel-like, like almost a mucus, and swells. And it moderates your blood glucose, and it can help lower your cholesterol. So that's part of the roughage department. Foods containing high levels of soluble fiber include things like beans, oats, oat bran, rice, barley, citrus fruits, apples, strawberries, peas, and potatoes. And potatoes with the skins on. And so the recommended intake, 25 to 35 grams a day, you can get that throughout the day by including some of these foods in your daily regimen. And you can vary it every week, because that also helps your body process things better. We usually eat about the same 12 to 15 foods daily. So if we can vary it, with one or two other different vegetables every week, go choose some jicama, or try turnips, or try, instead of potatoes, get yams. Yeah. We did a great recipe for what are like yam fries, but they're baked.
Oh.
I'm happy to send that out to people.
Yes.
But the fiber intake is about 6 to 8 grams from soluble fiber, the one that dissolves in water, and it helps drag things out. Insoluble fiber encourages the, quote, speedy elimination of stool and toxins from your system. And that means it doesn't get dissolved and it doesn't get absorbed by the water. But what it does is it acts kind of like a roto-rooter in your system to help remove the toxins. And it will grab on to different things in your body that don't belong there, like chemicals and plastic residues, if there are any of the chemicals. You've heard of BPH, bisphenol. I can't remember the rest of it.
It's been a while, but that was really big one for a while. You heard about that a lot.
It's still big, yes. And there are a number of different toxic things. If you ever, and I've said this before, if you ever have a water bottle, a plastic one in the car, and it gets hot, do not drink it. Toss it. Water the lawn or something. But do not drink it. And keep your water cool. If it's in plastic, make sure you put a little tiny cooler in your car, or put it into a, one of these things, a Yeti or a whatever that's insulated, that will keep it cool, because the heating draws the toxins out of the plastic. Okay, so those are some of the other toxins that you want to get rid of with the cleanse. Insoluble fiber foods include almost the same things: the whole grains, cereal, seeds, and the skins of many fruits and vegetables. For example, if you're making sweet potatoes, scrub, don't peel, okay? Or regular potatoes. That's why they make little potato scrubbers, because there's vitamins and minerals in the skin as well as the fiber that your body needs. And
I'm not understanding what the Dirty Dozen list is, because Peggy says that kale is on it. And so what does that mean? Dirty doesn't sound like it's bad, and I love kale.
No, it doesn't. I'll get to that in a minute.
Oh, all right.
I just want to get through the fiber. All right, Karen, hang in there. I'll get there.
That was Peggy.
Or Peggy. Okay. Okay. Let me just give you an example of how to eat 10 grams of fiber a day, soluble fiber. You can try breakfast is like a cup of cooked oatmeal with berries, blueberries, raspberries, whatever, 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed, and make sure you grind your flaxseed. Whole flaxseed goes in and comes out. It creates mucus, which is good because it helps your stool flow. However, you get a lot more benefit from flaxseed if you grind them first. And keep them, if you buy them ground, make sure you check the expiration date on them and keep them in your refrigerator, in the package in the refrigerator. I also recommend that for nuts. Okay, so you get oatmeal, berries, ground flaxseed. That gives you about 3 grams of fiber. Lunch, you use a cup of chili made with beans and maybe a pear for dessert. Pears are great. They have good fiber. That's about 4 grams. So you got 7 going at this point. Snack with a half a cup of raw carrot or a quarter of a cup of hummus, and that'll give you 2 more grams. And then say for dinner, you can eat a piece of fish, have some lentils, Brussels sprouts, and a salad with avocado. That'll give you more than 10 grams. So that's an easy way to do it in your meals. And of course, there's a whole bunch of other foods that have those too. Okay, now here's something else. I want to read you something from Dr. Shell, who is a gal that I've met. She's an MD who's down in Sugar Land, actually. She said toxins tend to stick to the colon and the intestines while the other stuff moves out. The buildup of the toxins can have many negative effects on the body and the brain, like stopping your nutrients from being absorbed. They can cause weight gain. Marian, if you want to put the little fish up with the toxins.
Okay.
They can cause weight gain, brain fog, joint pain. There you go. High blood pressure, fatigue, and they can possibly lead to something like colon cancer. What's the next one? Slide.
The next slide. Okay. All right. That is.
Okay. There's what I was talking about before. The toxins are in the pesticides, heavy metals, chemicals are all around us, air pollution, which thank goodness with this pandemic, that's one good thing that's happened. It's calmed it down a little bit. Additives and preservatives in your foods. But our bodies also produce natural toxins that we have to get rid of, such as ammonia, carbon dioxide, just for breathing, hormone metabolism byproducts, and oxidized fats. Okay, next. They can build up and create what Dr. Shell's talking about, a toxic burden. And this is what it can do. Make you feel clogged up, tired. You may have difficulty sleeping, definitely indigestion and gastrointestinal upsets. Here's a big one: food cravings, sugar cravings, weight gain, and a low libido. I don't know if that matters to anybody, but it does to me. And your skin, again, your skin is the largest organ of your body. So eating more fiber helps to put the toxins where they belong, which is in the toilet bowl. Okay, next. Now, here's another one that people don't like to talk about.
Yeah, me. I didn't want to know this. Okay.
Nobody does. Yeah, but anybody who eats sushi on a regular basis has the possibility of, I don't remember the statistics of how many possible little nasties are in one bite of sushi, of the raw fish.
That's why I don't eat it. Yuck.
You don't want to know. But it also, you have to realize that if you're having sugar cravings, and I'm not saying this is for everybody, but sugar cravings can come from something like having parasites in your system because they love it. They love bread, cakes, donuts, pastries, potatoes, and packaged and processed foods that have hidden additives. They may say wheat and, something on, there are so many names for those hidden little additives that they put in. So 21 to 30-day cleanses are gentle, and they help you stop the cravings, and they help your system get rid of these things. And once, it's very interesting. Okay, you want to come back on, ladies? Go to the next one in a little while. Okay, thank you. Yay, good job, Marian. Okay, eating the one of the things I've run across with my clients is something, and I'll never forget a woman up in Aspen when I was living up in Colorado. She hadn't had a bowel movement in 7 days. And she was thin, but she was extremely pale. She had several different ailments, shall we say, and the doctors couldn't figure out what to do with her. Well, my suggestion to her was to do a cleanse, because the situation of removing the foods from your system is to have 1 to 3 bowel movements a day. Now, they don't have to be enormous, but they have to continue to flow. It's also been said that after every meal, some of the waste from the last meal should be processing and leave your body. Now, if that makes sense, people, when somebody tells me they have a bowel movement a couple of times a week, I really begin to worry, because your body is storing that. And what does it do with it? It can cause something called leaky gut, which is where the tube that is your colon develops fissures, little holes and scrapes and things, where the food that's undigested can go back into your bloodstream. And that can cause all of those things that you saw in the first slide with the fish, the toxicity, plus it can cause autoimmune reactions. So that something that you've eaten for years, all of a sudden your body can't stand it. You get a stomach ache or you get a headache, and you realize that it's the food, because something in your system isn't working properly, and it probably needs to be cleaned out. And so the physical truth is we should have 1 to 3 bowel movements a day. And I love this.
I don't think I've ever had 1 to 3 bowel movements a day. Have you, Lady O?
Oh, I am very regular.
Okay.
Every day?
I've never had a problem with that.
Every
Good.
day?
Every day.
Well, as I wrote in my notes, you got to get the crap out so your body can relieve itself of toxic waste, clear those pipes and tubes so they can process your food more efficiently, more easily, and properly. And they really do. Then you get the full nutrient value of what you're eating when it's good foods. You're not what you eat. You're what you can digest and utilize from what you eat.
Good one. That makes sense.
You betcha. And if your body has, let's picture the tube again, the good old kitchen sink. What happens when you put something like Drano down it?
It starts
eats
to
away.
agitate.
Yeah. And there are also some enzymatic cleaners that can be used that are a little bit safer than Drano with the toxic chemicals in it. They are listed as enzymatic cleaners. And I think it's places like H-E-B and Kroger. I know that Sprouts and Whole Foods would have them. And they're worth getting because they do work. Because what they're doing is the enzymes that they're using are somewhat similar to the enzymes that we should be getting from our food that help us naturally detox. Does that make sense? Because here's a perfect example. About 15 years ago, eggs were declared as, not good for people because in the yolk there is cholesterol. What they forgot to tell you was in the yolk of an egg is a natural form of the enzymes and the minerals and vitamins and the enzymes that help the egg digest, including the yolk, so that you're getting the protein from the albumin, the outside of the egg, the white part, and you're getting the minerals and the vitamins and everything else, even the fats that are in the yolk of the egg, because it contains the enzymes to help it all digest. Does that
Yeah,
make
I
sense?
never gave up eggs. I didn't believe that one.
Good for you. I didn't either. As a matter of fact, I had 2 this morning, and I made mine. I took some kale and some beet greens, fresh beet greens, and I put them in the pan first with a little bit of butter and olive oil and a little bit of water and let them steam, and then I put my eggs in.
How lovely.
Yeah, it's kind of a lovely, refreshing breakfast. So it gives you fiber, because the greens will give you fiber. It gives you the protein with the egg. Also gives you the fats.
We need you to come and cook for us, Ricki.
I was thinking that same thing. I thought she needs to just deliver my food every day, okay? Because
Well, that's
sorry.
very funny because I know what time it is too. I did in Colorado for about 2.5 years. I manufactured organic soups, and I had about 12 different soups, including grandma's chicken soup and a beef and barley soup. And then I had a couple of different vegetarian soups and ways to make something vegetarian or vegan rather than putting meats and stuff into it. And it was a lot of fun, but it was a lot of work.
Oh,
And I'm happy to cook meals. I did prepare meals for people, and I would process them so that when you reheated them, that the whatever was in there, meat, fish, vegetables, whatever, would then be at the right temperature and the right cooking. It would be cooked properly so that you could eat it. It wasn't overcooked or anything like that or dried out. So that I did that for a long time. So I understand.
Okay.
And it's not always easy, but if you can show the slide again.
You'll have to hold. Okay. I am at work and I only have a half an hour. So now
Okay.
I have to pause. I'll
Okay.
put the slide up. I'll go do what I need to do and be back. Okay.
Okay.
Is this the
Perfect.
right slide, Ricki?
Next
that-
one.
Oh, it's the
Next
next
one.
Yes. Yep.
This one.
Transformation is a program that is a gentle herbal 30-day cleanse where you eat real food, and I give you a list of food to eat, and you live your life normally. And it includes protein powder, it includes an herbal cleanse, an herbal combination of things that help your metabolism speed up so that you can digest things easier. It contains Zeal, which is an herbal nutritional phenomenal drink. And I give you a food list, and it frees your system of the toxins, and it helps your blood sugar regulate. This is key because when your blood sugar is regulating, it helps with diabetes. It helps to boost your energy. You'll sleep better and you'll feel better. And right now I'm offering a bonus. It's all inclusive, which includes my support while you do it for the 30 days. And I'll be there either by phone, email, texting, however you need me to help. Right now, I'm offering it at a 10% discount or a bonus. And then the next slide will be up that talks about the cleanse from Standard Process, which is a 21-day cleanse, which includes quite a variety of different things, including a protein powder, including an herbal cleanse, and several other different things that all help your body to detox. And Louise, you there?
I'm here.
Okay. How does that sound to you?
Well, I like the fact that it's all right there in one little package.
Mm-hmm.
So how do they get it? Do they have
What did I miss?
Oh, you missed the package deal.
Oh,
Yeah, the
man.
package deal from Zurvita is called the Transformation Program. And if you'll put up the next slide, yep, that's it. And I'm doing a bonus now. If you order within over the weekend till Monday, I will definitely give you a discount on it. But it also includes 30 days of my support, which
Good.
I'm basically giving away because I really want to see people get healthy.
This
Now,
is
a
the one I'm
standard-
on, right, Ricki?
Yes.
Yes, this is the one I'm on. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not that bad, okay? It's actually
Yeah, it's the transformation one that you're on.
nice.
actually.
Yes, very nice.
Yep. You're doing the cleanse and the burn and the protein powder. And you always drink Zeal, so I know
I
that.
love my Zeal. I love it. It
Yes,
tastes so
ma'am.
good.
That's what's in here. It keeps me going. By the way, you can put some of your Zeal if you're going to head for someplace or you really need extra energy. Put some in your smoothie in the morning. In with your
Good.
stuff, your ingredients for your smoothies. And I have tons of recipes for smoothies. Standard Process. I have worked with Standard Process since the mid-'80s.
Interesting.
It's gentle, 21 days, and you have options. This one I can really tailor to your individual needs. That's where I said there's something called green food, there's gastrofiber, there's something called Gymnema, which is an herbal formula that literally takes away your taste for sugar. So it definitely helps reorganize your system, clean it out, and help you detox from sugar cravings. So,
Wow.
and I'm offering those at a bonus if people will get in touch with me within the next, today is Friday, by Monday. You can call me over the weekend. You can, you have my email somewhere there. It's Ricki@CoachMcHealthy.com.
And
What I
Rick-
have is your website,
Ricki. Okay, great.
RickiMcKenna.com. Can
That's
they reach you?
Yes, it's Ricki@RickiMcKenna.com or at CoachMcHealthy.com. That's my
And
new.
Ricky is spelled with an I at the end.
Thank you.
Right.
Do we have time for
RICKIMCKENNA.com.
Do we have time for questions? Anybody have
Yes.
questions out there?
Yes, we do. Now, we have 2 more slides. Did you want me to show those?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
So yes,
The
if you have a
offering is
question,
those 2.
feel free to pop in here. All right,
Yep.
I got to get rid of your name there. Sorry. There we go.
Those are my 2 offerings as far as the transformation for 30 days or the gentle herbal from the next one, from Standard Process. That's where you can reach me. Yep. And
Yeah.
either mention Daily Reset for Success or Marian or Lady Lou, and you'll receive the bonus from me. As well
Ooh.
as the 30 days and 21 days of coaching while you're on the program, because I know that sometimes it's difficult to get with and stay with the program. And it will also include a toxicity questionnaire, and we'll do a little comparison between when you first start the cleanse, how you feel, and when you finish the cleanse, how you feel, and what the difference is in the toxicity of your system.
Yeah,
So
I felt a little
my offering.
sluggish the second day. I felt tired. It wasn't bad. I didn't feel like, sometimes you feel like you might have the flu when you go on a cleanse,
Mhm.
depending on how
Good
bad
point.
you've been. But I just felt a little sluggish and tired, but it wasn't that bad.
There's something called, it's officially called a Herxheimer reaction. That's when your body starts to clean out all the crap and those symptoms start to come back.
Oh.
Whatever has been hidden in your system is now coming out, so it's revealing itself in your system. And it usually lasts anywhere from 24 hours to maybe 2-3 days. But once you can get through that, and that's why I'm here to coach, then your body really starts to live clean again. That's what happens. Many people, some people experience it, some don't. But I want you to be aware of that. Thank you for bringing that up, Marian.
Yeah, I do have a question. So right now, a lot of people are under a lot of stress. I mean, big time stress. They're stressed about money. They're stressed about the COVID. They're stressed about benefits. They're, do I go to the doctor? Don't I go to the doctor? Do I wear a mask? Don't I wear a mask? Do I go to the grocery store? Do I have it delivered? I mean, it's just, at first I thought, oh, this is not a big deal. I like working from home and everything. But you know what? As time goes on, this is really rough. And it doesn't seem like it's going to end. It actually is getting worse, according to the news, And they closed down San Antonio again completely. I heard the governor or the mayor, somebody's going to say you have to wear a mask now if you go out, and it's supposed to be out today. And I thought, I just feel like the stress level is increasing,
Yes,
which
it is.
makes me want to eat sugar.
True. Comfort food. So my suggestion in that area, first of all, if I may, I'm going to say something about masks. I'm in my 70s. Lou, you're there.
75.
Okay, 75. Me too. I'm in a supposed high risk group.
Oh, yeah.
Fortunately, I don't have any of the chronic whatevers that people talk about, whether it's diabetes or high blood pressure or any of that. So I can understand how people would be leery. Out of respect, I'm healthy. I'm going to put a mask on like I did yesterday when I was moving things. I expect other people to respect that.
Yes.
To whether they know they're clear, fine. If they don't, who knows? I could be carrying it and be totally asymptomatic and transfer it to somebody else. So out of that theory, I am going to wear a mask if ever I'm out in public. And of course, I have to go to the grocery store once in a while. But I just feel as though, for respect for other people, because of the statistics and what's going on, we don't know what's happening out there. It's blossoming again. Unfortunately, I was watching the news last night, which I don't normally do, but it's scary. So, yeah. So on a higher note, why not take the best care of yourself that you can by boosting your immune system, clearing it out? You'll feel better, and that will take the stress off of you. It will alleviate some of the stress of knowing that your body is at least clean. Yes. That your immune system is now really able to fight off a lot of things. And if, God forbid, you do contract it, your body will be easier to heal. And this will help the healing when your body is able to ingest and really use the nutrients from your food. This will help you heal and resist disease. So maybe is that a way to help the stress. And I'm here to help. I mean, call me, email me. I'm happy to help anybody that I can. And in this last thing with my pandemic, now pantuitive cooking lessons, which there's one tomorrow at 11. What I'm finding is people are coming in to hear what they can do easily, quickly, that tastes good.
Yes.
And that can take the stress out of preparing meals, because I know we're preparing a lot more meals at home.
Oh, yeah.
And I found out with my, this is going to sound a little strange, water, sewer, and electric bills have gone up for people at home because so many people are at home using the facilities all the time. So
I see the garbage and the recycle bins are just overflowing.
Yeah.
At home now every week when we go out. So yeah, people are definitely home more. I agree with that. There's nothing worse for me than to feel like I have to come home. I have to go run by the grocery store. I have to come home and fix something that's going to take an hour. It's like, no. I don't know. I need it. I need it to be delivered from Ricki, so I know it's good.
Marian, for you and for Lou, I will do it. As long as you wear your mask.
Oh, wow. This has been such good information again, Ricki. Thank you. My, we could go on for another hour, I know, because of all the knowledge and the wisdom you have. But unfortunately, we can't. But thank you. We'll have you back, because I know there's going to be a lot more questions, because people have so much to learn, and we want to learn from the right people, and that's you. Because you've studied this for 20-something years, and we appreciate that. So thank you for being here again so much. We love you.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it, and I hope that I've helped somebody out there.
I'm sure you did. Now, did you want to give your phone number aloud?
Okay, I'll do that. It's a Colorado cell. It's 970-618-7607. And I think Marian's probably going to put that up there somewhere. 970-618-7607. Or contact me on at Ricki@RickiMcKenna.com.
And you're on Facebook also.
Yes, I am on Facebook. And I will post some of these on Facebook. And I have my Patreon page where I'm posting the recipes as well.
For those of you who don't know Ricki, she has some cooking classes. And if you go on her Facebook page, is it a group where they have to join, Ricki, or is it on your main page? Okay, it's on her main page.
It's on Ricki McKenna.
It's really, really fantastic. So I highly recommend it. She cooks it right there in front of you. She tells you what all the ingredients are, and she makes you hungry by showing it. You can Oh, yeah, right. Anyway, I highly recommend checking it out. I feel so honored that I've been able to get to know you personally, not only through
Thank you.
Unity, but also personally and through our mastermind. It's been a real treat for us that have gotten to know you. You're just not only a wealth of knowledge, but you don't push your stuff on us.
Yeah.
Like you just offer it, and that's great. We love that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you both. And thank you, everybody who's out there.
Yes. Thank you for the audience. We appreciate all the questions and the comments.
Send
And
me
we
your
thank-
questions.
And the question. Yeah. And be sure and get with on Facebook. You can ask questions to Ricki on Facebook too.
Yep.
In the messenger or right there on the page. We'd love to see your questions too.
That would be good.
Yeah, that'd be fun. We could all benefit.
Okay.
So thank you again for being here, and we appreciate you for sticking around because it did go over time, but it was worth it. So we appreciate everyone. We love you all, and see you
Thank
later.
you all.
Remember
Bye
to
now.
create a fantastic day for yourself. I know you can do it. Just try. You can do it.